Motor vessel Tosca. Motor vessel Tosca. Vacate your engine room. Vacate your engine room.
U.S. forces have executed a high-impact maritime strike in the Arabian Sea, intercepting the Iranian-flagged vessel Tuska and disabling it mid-transit. As reported, the guided missile destroyer USS Spruance, DDG-111, fired into the ship's engine room after repeated warnings were ignored, enforcing a naval blockade in what marks a sharp escalation at sea. Iran, in response, has issued a stern warning to U.S.
We certainly cannot forget the very painful experience we had in the past year. We cannot even forget for a moment that the U.S. betrayed diplomacy twice in less than 9 months, violated international law to the greatest extent possible, attacked the Iranian people, and martyred many of our great people and Iranian citizens. Therefore, all parts of Iran, with all their might, are cautiously pursuing all possible avenues. We must be as vigilant as possible in our diplomatic relations, perhaps even more so than we were during the war. I think this is the moral duty of the negotiating team and the entire ruling party. As for your second question, I can tell you that, unfortunately, the U.S. is struggling to learn from its previous experience. The U.S. is insisting on some of its unreasonable and unrealistic positions. Despite the fact that the U.S. has already tested it, we, the Iranians, say that testing it is wrong, but it seems that the opposing parties are insisting on repeating these mistakes. They will not get a different answer from the previous issues.
According to U.S. officials, the Tuska was sailing toward Bandar Abbas when it was intercepted and ordered to halt. After a 6-hour standoff and non-compliance, American forces moved decisively, crippling propulsion before boarding. U.S. Marines from the 31st Marine Expeditionary Unit then secured the vessel, which is now under full U.S. custody. In a forceful political response, Donald Trump confirmed the operation, stating the vessel tried to get past our naval blockade, and it did not go well for them. As reported, Trump emphasized that the U.S. now has complete control of the ship, reinforcing a hardline stance amid already fragile ceasefire conditions in the region.
Today, an Iranian-flagged cargo ship named Tuska, nearly 900 feet long and weighing almost as much as an aircraft carrier, tried to get past our naval blockade, and it did not go well for them. The U.S. Navy guided missile destroyer USS Spruance intercepted the Tuska in the Gulf of Oman and gave them fair warning to stop. The Iranian crew refused to listen, so our Navy ship stopped them right in their tracks by blowing a hole in the engine room. Right now, U.S. Marines have custody of the vessel. The Tuska is under U.S. Treasury sanctions because of their prior history of illegal activity. We have full custody of the ship and are seeing what's on board.
The interception is part of a broader blockade enforcement campaign, with U.S. forces having already turned back multiple vessels in recent days, as reported. The Tuska incident stands out as the first to involve direct kinetic action, moving beyond warnings to live fire, highlighting a shift in operational posture as tensions deepen across key maritime routes in the region.
You have pointed out a part of the reality of the current crisis, which is that the U.S. is at the same time making diplomatic claims and preparing for negotiations, which is not at all a sign of seriousness in pursuing a diplomatic approach. Since the beginning of the ceasefire negotiations, we have been dealing with the U.S.'s treachery and malice, to put it mildly. At first, they said that the ceasefire in Lebanon was not part of the ceasefire, whereas the Pakistani intermediary had a statement on this matter. After we came to an agreement on this matter, we met with their actions in the Hormuz Strait. which they called the sea blockade. At the last minute, you saw that Iran launched an attack on a commercial ship. All of this is a result of a rapid ceasefire. The same sea blockade and the treachery of a country is the result of the UN General Assembly's definition of treachery, which is a collective document and is subject to the approval of all countries. In such a situation, there is no real dialogue. Only Iran's malice towards the U.S. military strengthens all these conditions. The Islamic Republic of Iran will make the necessary decision in the course of this journey, with care and with consideration for all of us, the nation's basic interests and interests.
Meanwhile, Iranian media reports indicate that drones were launched toward U.S. warships following the seizure in the wider Gulf of Oman. While there is no official U.S. confirmation of impact, the development signals a potential escalation loop, where enforcement at sea is now being met with rapid response actions, raising stakes in an already volatile maritime theater.